You guys like my new generator? Let's see if we can get it to work. So the story of this piece is it was my mother-in-law's. It's pretty old, you can tell because it has a Tecumseh HM100 10 horse. This is actually the same engine that's on my log splitter, so even if this thing doesn't work, I'll have a good motor. Well, at least some stuff off of it, recoil. Bad news is this thing's locked up pretty solid. So a couple days ago I took out the spark plug and sprayed some penetrating oil down there just to see if maybe like the rings were seized or something. So I don't know the full story on this thing. She said it worked fine, and I mean it looks physically like it's in pretty good shape. There's no like nasty corrosion or anything. It doesn't look like it's been underwater or anything like that, but the fuel is horrific inside here. Like if there was YouTube smell-o-vision, that is straight up varnish. It's awful. So, and of course I'm sure the fuel was left on. I think there's a petcock. Oh man, that stuff stinks. So I think what I'm gonna do is take this tank off maybe. We'll have to see, because I think it would be easier to clean that way, and then I'll have more access to the engine. So we'll get it up here on the table and start messing around. Alright, the big question is why this thing won't pull over. So I think before we dive too deep into this, let's get the recoil off and take a look.
I also need a hook and a cleaner, and I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
What do you make?
Well, as you can see, the motor spins over fine. I think this wasn't, the recoil wasn't making contact, and that's why I wasn't able to pull the thing over. Well, the compression's pretty good. You know, next order of business, I'm going to take this plug out again, and we'll ground it to the cylinder head and see if it's got spark. Alright, so let's see. I wonder if this thing has some kind of low oil shutdown. There's not enough oil in it. That could be a problem. I don't see any oil on the dipstick, and I bet you that's what's going on. This probably has some kind of low oil shutdown. So let's unplug it. We obviously won't run it without oil in the crankcase, but all right, so that disconnecting that junk, we should see some spark. Oh yeah. Ah. And I saw it. I got zapped in the process. Yep, good spark. All right, so that's what's going on. This must be some kind of low oil shutdown. There's probably some kind of sensor in there that's, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe oil came out of it somehow, or they drained. I don't know. So this carb's probably really gross, but let's put a little bit of oil in it at least. and we can reconnect these and see if we get spark. That would indicate that the low oil shutdown works. If we don't get spark, we can leave this disconnected and see if it starts, but we want to make sure we get oil in the crankcase. So let me find some oil. Well, I found out why there's no oil in it. There's a crack in the block. So, looks like this video will get cut short. Wow. So it looks like this is going to be a parts machine. I kind of want to take it apart and see what happened. But yeah, let me throw some rags under there. Interesting, because when I picked this up from my mother-in-law's, you know, I didn't really check anything. I just grabbed it. But yeah, it was sitting here for a long time, and I don't know if those drips might have been there before. But yeah, I mean, I didn't check the oil situation when I picked it up. But wow, that's I guess that's a good thing for your low oil shutdown. This thing would probably run, I bet. I guess just for giggles, we can spray a little carb cleaner in here and just see if it like fires up a tiny bit. When I picked it up, it was missing the air cleaner, so I'm wondering if this thing blew up. I mean, a crack like that could have rot. I mean, the thing pulls over, so I can't imagine anything is flying around inside there. But I don't know. Yeah, we can spray some goo in there and see if it wants to fire. It's staring at me in the face. Add oil to full mark to start engine. Engine will not start or will shut off if oil is low. So yeah, that explains that. I normally wouldn't recommend doing this if this was something you wanted to keep using, but let's see if it does anything. Oh yeah. That's a shame. I don't know. This thing will definitely run. I don't know. I mean, I guess we can try get. Oh, what a shame, you know. Something caused that to crack. Oh well. You don't know what you're going to get into until you get into it. So, unfortunately, when I picked this thing up, I mean, something happened to it. How that crack, really weird how a crack like that would develop. But yeah, I mean, you heard the thing, it wanted to fire right up, so that's a pretty cool sign. I mean, it'd be a good parts engine for my log splitter. Like I said, I have one of these. The only thing I wouldn't be able to use on this is the tapered crankshaft. But yeah, I don't know. Don't really know. Maybe the thing was dropped really hard or something. Very strange. No! Be good! Yeah, so we're going to chalk this one up as a runs but junk, I guess. Even if I went through and replaced all this stuff, it's still, you know, you can buy these on Craigslist for $50 to $100. It's really not worth your time. Parts Motor. Thanks for watching.